We've got a four-way fight for the title, 5 sides fighting out for the remaining European places, and about 7 sides that can still be relegated, including Spurs. If this was real life, Sky Sports would be having an absolute fit right now. Hello everyone and welcome back to the final episode of Season 2 of Norwich City bouncing back. And having successfully bounced back, we have come back to the Premier League and we are here to stay. Relegation has long since been a distant memory for us, and today, with our final 3 matches, is about how high up the table we can get and can we even qualify for Europe, which has been looking like we have been going to do all season really. But a little bit of a downturn of late has kind of meant we've fallen back a little bit, and really I have no idea where we're going to end up. So today we are going to be playing the whole month of May, Leicester, Aston Villa and Wolves. We'll look at the table again in a minute, but some of these games are going to be pretty significant for where we end up. And well, as nice as it would be to qualify for Europe, as we have discussed previously, actually kind of probably would be better for us if we don't, given next year is the season with the Qatar World Cup. So being in Europe would be pretty hectic from a scheduling point of view. But obviously our season has been a tale of 2 seasons really. An utterly fantastic first half where we won loads and loads of matches, some fantastic performances, and then second half, bit of a downturn, bit of a sticky patch, some winless runs. But we made a few tweaks as we discussed last time and promptly lost 1-0 to Chelsea. But well, we got stuck with it. We then proceeded to lose to Manchester City 2-1. It was a very tight game actually, to be fair. Some unlucky deflections once again. We were a little bit unfortunate, and we were very fortunate in this one as we did get another win on the board. A fantastic result and a brilliant performance. I say we were quite fortunate as we played very well, but you can see there Spurs probably really should have won the game, but it was us that got the win 3-2 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs, of course, could well be relegated from the Premier League today, so they were absolutely desperate for a win. But it was the Emi Buendia show, a hat-trick from the Argentine, the much coveted Argentine, and really all the goals were exactly the same from his point of view, but every time we scored, Spurs did pretty much immediately strike back and equalise. It was an incredibly end-to-end nervy contest, but each time they did, we just responded in kind with literally every goal we scored. Buendia getting the ball in the same position, striking it in exactly the same way. And despite Spurs' efforts, there was a little bit of fortune out of their goals, but we did manage to see them off and hold out for all 3 points. Buendia with a fantastic, if very similar, hat-trick. Second hat-trick of the season for him. He has just been fantastic. I mean, if you compare his record to last season, still 3 games to go, of course, but more goals than in the Championship, considerably fewer assists, but more goals. And that wasn't all. We followed that up with a 2-1 win against Everton. Lookman and Buendia with the goals, which means we go into the final month of the season in some good form. 2 wins on the board. The first time we've had 2 wins back-to-back in the league since we beat Tottenham and Leicester back in December. So the league situation is pretty ridiculous. It is a 4-way fight for the title. Chelsea have fallen away quite a bit. They have now lost a match. They lost to Manchester United. But City, Liverpool, United and Chelsea could all win the league. Liverpool have played 2 games more than the other 3 sides around them. So, City in the box seat, but it could be anyone. We are in a fight to qualify for Europe. Now, 7th place may not be a European spot because the FA Cup final is going to be between Manchester United and Leeds, a classic game. Leeds, of course, are now in the Championship. They're going to win the Championship, almost certainly. In fact, they already have. They are already champions. Watford will be coming back up with them, and then West Ham potentially up through the playoffs as well. So obviously if they beat Man United, then 7th place will not be enough for Europe. They will go into Europe instead. But we want to see where we can finish anyway. It's a big fight between Leicester, Brighton, ourselves, Arsenal, Wolves as well. Wolves a little bit further back, but it's going to be interesting. And then relegation. Well, goodness me, Crystal Palace and Newcastle, they're a bit more adrift. They're both looking pretty doomed, but the final spot is really a fight between Burnley, Fulham and Tottenham Hotspur, who've had a terrible season. They could go down, which would be ridiculous. But first of all, we're going to be playing Leicester City. Now, this is a crucial game. They are, of course, above us in the table in 5th. If we want to qualify for Europe, we need to be getting something here today. Here's the team we're hoping is going to see us through. Tim Krul's going to be in goal. Greg Taylor, Ben Gibson, Christoph Zimmerman and Max Aaron's the defence. Rupp, Vieira and Stiepermann is the midfield. Sean Longstaff has a bit of an injury. He's going to be missing for this game. Lookman's going to be on the left. Buendia's going to be on the right. Ida's going to be up front. Let's get to it. Obviously, we've got 3 games to get through today, so we don't want to have like a billion highlights. But, I mean, any would be good. Nothing in the first half here. A draw would be a pretty good result for us. Obviously, not in terms of catching Leicester, but we don't need to finish 5th. 6th will be good. 7th will be okay. So this wouldn't be too bad. Here we go. Finally, some action. Ronaldo Vieira a little bit further forward today, pressing on, for trying to find Stiepermann. The pass is a bit too heavy, though. And now Leicester are looking like they're going to try and break. James Maddison in acres of space on the left-hand side against his former club. Of course, Nemeka out to Sarabia. We're looking a little bit stretched here. We are back and we're looking quite set, but then whenever we do, they always find a way to score. Maddison gets it back to McTominay, and it's a good save from Krul in the end. Pretty much a non-event of a game so far. Sam Byram off the bench, lovely back heel to Vieira. Buendia's in acres of space, and he's absolutely cracked that one in, but he's going to be offside. The flag is raised. He did definitely look offside. Some of the goals in the Spurs game, he was very, very, very tight. This one definitely is offside. It's a shame because it was such a lovely finish. It was the only thing we see. I mean, he's right on the line. That's a little bit harsh, maybe. It's going to be very harsh if we end up losing, I think. Maddison to Sarabia. He's knocked it away. Stiepermann picks it up. He's a little bit too far right than normal, but we still managed to work it quite nicely. Loads of space. Adam Armstrong's out on the left-hand side. He did quite well in a recent game over there. Got himself an assist, and he's done quite well today. Back to Taylor. Ida's there, and he somehow missed. He definitely was offside, but he's been in a little bit of a dry spell recently. I think the excitement of winning the Golden Boy got to him, and, well, it's 0-0 in the end, which perhaps is a fair reflection. We had 2 very good chances. Both of them were offside, and only one of them went in, but not awful. So with 2 games left to play, we're 2 points behind Leicester. We don't have any advantage over Brighton, but we do have a pretty good advantage over Arsenal, and that's kind of, I think we can, if we want to qualify for Europe, which obviously is kind of not a definite thing, then there's probably quite a good chance that Leeds will not beat Man United. So 7th will probably be enough. Huge result at the top and bottom, as an 89th minute winner for Spurs means they beat Manchester United and take a huge leap towards safety, and it's a big blow for United's title chances. A little bit annoying. Just think of all the shopping we could have done if Spurs went down. And I have been slagging off our youth intakes, but the under-18s have actually won the FA Youth Cup, which is pretty good. It's mostly real people who've been doing the scoring and so forth. Villa up next. Sean Longstaff is fit. He's back in the starting lineup. No other changes for this one, though. Well, we've had a corner, which has just gone straight to Wanderson, who's running through, and he's nearly scored a wonder goal, but just wide of the post. Can we try and do something? We've just given the ball away from a throw-in, which is, never a good idea to forget which team you're on. Villa trying to come forwards again, but a big header from Zimmerman to get it away. Ida keeps possession, knocks it down to Buendia. We're a little bit far back from goal, though, and he has to go back to Lucas Rupp, who's been pretty solid of late. Lookman on the left-hand side, scored against Everton. Can he get another goal today? He's just given the ball away, and Bertrand Traore now running through. It's some lovely quick passing from Villa. Douglas Luiz has hit the post. Krul was in no man's land. It's all Villa at the moment, which, is not great considering we're at Carrow Road, but a good knockdown there. Chance for Lookman. He's gone back to Stiepermann. Is someone going to actually try and take this on? He is. You can rely on him. Bit of fortune about this one, but some good work from Lookman running into the space. A little bit of fortune about the end result. The deflection off Anderson, but it's a good, smart finish for Buendia. 17th of the season for him. He's now our top goal scorer. Got a free kick as well. Can he grab himself an assist? Yes, he can. Christoph Zimmerman makes it 2. Dominant early spell from Villa, but we are now in some good control here. Towering leap from the German to make it 2-0. Villa not done yet, though. Douglas Luiz heads it in. He's apparently going to be offside. It's a day of offsides today. That looked pretty much onside to me. This may well be given. But no, it has been disallowed. And again, it's really tight. That's another harsh decision. least that one benefits us though. 2-0 at the break. It's looking good. Lookman racing inside. It's been blocked, but Steepman picks up the loose ball, flicks it across, trying to find Longstaff. It's just been punted straight back down, but good recovery and recycling from us. We look to work it again. Steepman has just been absolutely he doesn't know what day of the week it is. Rupp tries to get there. Wanderson's still going. Another good run from him. We do manage to stop the attack in the end though, or not. We've just given it straight back to him, and it's a very good save from Krul. Certainly had a fair old slice of luck in this one, but it looks like we're going to do it. I mean, I shouldn't have said anything. Should have waited till the full-time whistle. There is one more highlight at least. We have managed to recover possession of the ball though. Lookman trying to find some sort of closure to this game. We can just keep possession. That would be really good, really sensible. Don't do anything stupid. Lookman goes for was that a shot? What on earth was that? We're talking about being sensible. Well, Martez is immediately giving the ball away. Steepman racing forwards. Is he going to take this on himself? That's again a questionable shot. Surely this should be it now though. We could maybe even still get a third. Lookman gives it away, but it does not matter. That is full time. We go for a parade around the pitch. It's the last home game of the season, but the season is not done. But that has helped us out very, very much indeed. Again, as long as we actually want to qualify for Europe, which I really don't think I do, but this is what's happened. It is done really as far as 7th place is concerned, isn't it? Because Wolves, even if they win both their games, including our final games against them, but even if they win both of them, they will be on 59 points. So we cannot possibly finish any lower than 7th. So provided Leeds don't beat Man United in the FA Cup final, we will be in at least the Euro Cup 2 thing next season. And Leicester have lost their game to Sheffield United, which means it's looking even better really, considering our goal difference as well. Brighton win their game, so it does go to the final day, Wolves winning as well. And Spurs have beaten Fulham, so Spurs are now completely safe. Final day then. I mean, we need a win to guarantee that we qualify for the Europa League. We'll probably still qualify for the Euro Cup 2 anyway. Arsenal are actually playing Spurs, so if Spurs had not been in such good form of late and not won these 2 games, Arsenal could potentially have relegated Spurs. That would have been fantastic, but not to be. The title race, Man City probably going to win it, but Liverpool's goal difference is better than theirs. Chelsea could also still win, so who knows what could happen. No changes to the team for this one. We're in some pretty good form. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can end the year on a high. Is it going to be another European adventure for Norwich City? Of course, last time that happened, they had a famous win against Bayern Munich. I'm not sure we're going to be facing teams of that level in the competition we're going to be in straight away anyway, but we will see. Lookman's immediately injured himself, so we might as well just take him off. Brighton are winning their game, so they're going up to 5th at the moment. A fantastic season for the Seagulls. If that's how it continues, we're still in 6th. Leicester are still drawing, so we're still looking good. Nothing happening on the pitch though. You know what I think is going to actually happen? We're going to end up finishing in 7th, and then Leeds are going to win the FA Cup, so we don't qualify. That was the most typical me thing to happen. Finally, a highlight. It's Wolves though. Cutrone scores an absolute banger. Patrick Cutrone has, this is going to shift things around a little bit. An hour of football, nothing has happened. He's then done that. There were about 3 Wolves players in an offside position, but apparently that's fine. Can't even see the table because we're immediately trying to strike back. It's a corner. It's been nodded away. Ben Gibson picks up the loose ball though, and we've got players forward. There's a lot of men back for Wolves though. Longstaff's found Campbell, and how on earth has he not scored? Still in 5th at the moment though, but it's another corner for Wolves, knocked away by Zimmerman. Are we going to break? Adam Eder is up there. He's reacted before anyone else. He's got a lot of ground to make up. He's not been scoring up for a while, and he's not going to score if he just passes it straight to Johnny without even looking, and it's gone straight down the other end for Wolves to search for a second. Buendia's absolutely taken out Vinegri, and he's got his 2nd red card of the season. He's going to win player of the season, at least for us. He might even win it for the whole division. He's been brilliant going forwards, but he cannot defend. We've had 2 red cards this season. They've both been him getting a straight red for doing pretty much that. I'm not changing anything. Still somehow in 6th, Steepman with the corner in, knocked away by Dendoncker. We obviously got fewer players on the pitch, but sometimes that can spur you on. That can give you a bit of fight and drive to go on and win the game. Knocking it around quite nicely. Tim Krul's played a long pass and it's actually found a teammate. Unfortunately, it's Todd Cantwell, but he has also not lost the ball. That's good. Stiepermann, Ida's in. Can he end the season with a goal? No. He was in the perfect position. He didn't pull the trigger. The tackle came in. Suddenly there's action. Nothing for the first hour, and then suddenly just all the highlights that Wolves are 2-0 up. Pedro Neto scores. We're going to lose on the final day. I mean, when your best player gets sent off, then, you know, that's always difficult. But we've had opportunities today. We just haven't really done much with them. Wolves not done yet. I mean, theoretically, they could actually move above us on goal difference if they win by a lot. So, I mean, that's why they're scoring. They're doing everything they physically can to finish 7th. But as long as we keep it below about 12-0, I think we'll be all right. We are still keen on giving the ball away, though. Pizzi finds Catrone. It's 3. We've not been good today, really, especially having gone down to 10 men. We've got one sub left. Everyone is playing absolutely terribly. It's one of the worst performances of the entire year. We've left it till the end. Leicester is still drawing with Man United, so it's not actually going to matter. We'll take Adam off for injury time. His lack of goals has been a bit of a problem for a while now, but it's not going to be a problem as far as qualifying for the Europa League is concerned. We've lost 3-0 to Wolves. It was a terrible second half performance. Certainly since Buendia got sent off, it was awful. I mean, we have actually, I think, qualified for the Europa League though. So do we be harsh with that? I think we have to say we're not happy with the performance because it wasn't good. We'll go with the far from pleased with the result. That's not too harsh. Buendia's getting an individual telling off though, because that was really very stupid from him. So not a great performance to end the season, but it doesn't actually matter because Leicester failed to beat Man United. We finish in 6th. We don't even have to worry about the FA Cup final. We have qualified for the Europa League. Maybe the Euro Cup too. I don't know which one gets which. I think it's the Europa League. But yeah, so we're in Europe next season. Manchester City have won the Premier League. Chelsea finished 2nd in the end. Liverpool and United rounding out the top 4. Brighton have finished in 5th, which is, well, fantastic performance from them. And in the end, Burnley have managed to save themselves, having looked like they were going to go down. Newcastle and Fulham join Crystal Palace in the Championship next season. I mean, there's some potential shopping there from Newcastle, certainly. Going to still try and sign some players from Burnley anyway, I think, but they have managed to survive. So the prices are going to be a bit higher, which is great. They've done it on goal difference as well. Bloody Sean Dyche. Right, so it says we've qualified for Euro Cup 2 rather than the Europa League. I don't know whether that's just because it depends on the FA Cup. I think whoever wins the FA Cup does go in the Europa League. So potentially, if Leeds don't win the FA Cup, then we will get promoted to the Europa League, I think. I don't know, but we're definitely in some form of European competition. I'd actually kind of rather be in Euro Cup 2 than the regular Europa League because it should theoretically be a bit easier for us to win, maybe. So that would be quite good. Yeah, Adam has not scored for a very long time. 8 games now. Not his usual best form. But what a season it has been. Of course, we were in the Champions League places for a while, but pretty much entirely in the European qualification spots. And that is where we have ended up. Definitely a season to remember, considering we were a promoted side. That is pretty fantastic. And one of the best performances by a promoted side, I think probably ever. They're better than even Wolves managed. Board are absolutely thrilled. Still got the A+ rating. Average home attendance of 97% is good. We would like that to be full every week, so I don't know. But overall, a fantastic achievement. Lots of fantastic moments. Our reputation is still national, or it says continental there, that's weird. Sponsorship has actually apparently gone down by £500,000. Okay, everything else, obviously, as you would expect, considerably up, especially the broadcast revenue. Top shirt sellers, Buendia, Pukki, Lookman, Cantwell, Ida, all in there. Lookman is good, getting him in. That's obviously helped that one. That was a good signing, at least from a financial perspective. Best 11. Now this is going to be quite interesting. Krul gets the nod in goal. Taylor, Gibson, Zimmerman and Aarons to the defence, as you probably would expect. Vieira, Stiepermann alongside the midfield. Lucas Rupp's come in and done really well in the latter half of the season, so a little bit unfortunate for him to miss out. Cantwell on the left, Ida obviously up front, but for me the most telling thing there, Emi Buendia is the only player above a 7 for an average rating in the entire starting 11. In fact, in the entire squad, 7.24. He has been sensational. Everyone else, they've kind of fallen off a little bit. and we definitely need some new additions in the summer. Unsurprisingly, Fans Player of the Year is Buendia, Young Player of the Year is Ida, Signing of the Season is Ben Gibson, which, I mean, if we just made that permanent, that doesn't really count, does it? Goal of the Season is Buendia, top goal scorer, Buendia. Most assists is actually Stiepermann. I mean, considering how many assists Buendia got in the Championship, the fact that he hasn't actually got the most assists is pretty funny. He gets the most Player of the Match awards as well, and the highest average rating. Overall best 11, then Ronaldo Vieira has managed to come into that, which is pretty impressive. Again, Lucas Rupp's been one of our most consistent performers, so the fact he's not in there is kind of a little bit unfair, I think. Club Vision, they've added in signed players from low levels of domestic game, which I'm fine with because we're going to be doing that anyway. I mean, even if we weren't doing this challenge, we wouldn't really be able to sign many regens from abroad anyway. So most of our sort of wonder kid shopping will be done from the lower leagues anyway. The expectation next season is again to avoid a relegation battle. They don't want anything too crazy, which I'm all on board with. But we're just going to accept that. I'm not going to have an argument with Delia. She might get the microphone out again. Buendia finishes second for top goal scorer award, which is a pretty good achievement. And now the never-ending joy that is a team meeting. I mean, what do we want to say? The board wants to avoid a relegation fight. Shall we go with that? They're all satisfied with that. Euro Cup 2, I want to reach the knockout round, I guess. They think that's a sensible target. Cool. Promises, I don't really want to make any, but I mean, they want us to make some. Great. What most of these promises are all just so rubbish, though. We want to give youth a chance. Young players will get a chance to impress. That, I mean, surely that's got to be a positive. They love that. They're thrilled. Okay, good. We've got one right. Otherwise, I don't want to promise anyone that they can leave. Backroom staff, I don't know. I'm not sure how much you sort of held to this, to be honest. But I mean, is that enough promises for now, or do we promise the staff as well? That's enough for now. They're all broadly positive, and that's quite good. I'll see you all for pre-season. Let's just get out of here before anything breaks. And right, the budget has now been done, and we have got a wage budget of 1.3 million and 48.63 million to spend. That's not quite as much as I was maybe hoping for from the old transfer budget. £440,000 a week though is going to be quite good. We can probably make that work. We can get quite a bit from that, I think. Obviously, we'll probably have to sell some players too. The training facilities are going to be upgraded as has been promised. And yeah, so that is pretty much that. We will go up to the FA Cup final just because we want to see exactly what will happen in terms of whether we're going to be in Europa League or Euro Cup 2. And well, Man United beating Leeds 3-1 as perhaps you would probably expect. And has that changed anything as far as we're concerned? Yes, as I kind of thought, we have now been promoted to Euro Cup or the Europa League because we finished in 6th and because the 7th place will now revert to the league. So Leicester are going to be in Euro Cup 2. We will be in the Europa League, which I mean, I don't know how I feel about that really. I think Euro Cup 2 would have been fine because I think it's fewer games and certainly it's a lot easier. But Europa League, well, that could be difficult given we've got the Qatar World Cup to contend with. But we will see what we can do and we will start that off next time, tomorrow, with some transfers. I mean, I think, to be honest, the entire squad needs improving. A lot of our squad depth options that we have this year haven't played much. And the reason they haven't played much is because when they did play, they were terrible, especially the fullbacks. So definitely some improvements needed throughout the entire squad if we're going to be in any sort of shape to contend with the scheduling and the increased amount of games and competition that comes with European football. But that is going to be for next time. Thank you very much for watching this season. It's been it's gone a lot better than I thought it probably would do. Certainly a very interesting season. But if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so you do not miss what happens next time. Leave a like on this video as well, and I will see you for the start of season 3.